Hi, Collective. My name is Marlissa. This is at Word from Mars Tarot, and today I am here to do a Mercury reading. All right, Mercury's rule over Wednesdays. So, if you're a Gemini or Virgo, this may hit a little bit more for you because you all are ruled by, that planet. Um, so today I'm going to do a communication checkup, reading. So this is a little bit different for me when I do spreads like this. So sometimes it can be a little bit more, confusing. Or I just have to like use my intuitive capabilities in a different way, like flex a different muscle, if you will. But if you like it here, if you love it here, please like the video, share it, subscribe. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump right on into it. The signs that I see here, by the way, are there's heavy air sign energy here. So um, Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini, and then Sagittarius. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, and Sagittarius. All right. So I'm gonna be looking at my phone because I'm doing a 5 card spread and I need to see which card is for what. Okay. So for the first card, how I communicate. I feel like collective, you communicate fairly. You are very into truth. All right. You're very into accountability and consequences. All right. So you believe in cause and effect, essentially. All right. Like that means that you're not a person that knows like when you do something, whether that's right or wrong, like you know that there's going to be a consequence for that action, whether it's positive or negative or somewhere in between. So you tend to communicate actually very fairly with the Justice card here, sign of Libra. All right. Now, how others perceive your communication. I feel like some people get intimidated by your communication, to be very honest, collective, because we have the Eight of Swords here in reverse. I'm literally about to kick you out. Hold on, y'all, because my dog is whining this stuff. Go. Um, I feel like some people may be how others perceive your communication. Some people, it depends. All right. So some people I feel like intimidated because they feel like when they're talking to you that they have to face their fears. So you may end up being often connected with people who are avoidant, or who struggle with accountability. All right. But some people, all right, see your communication as like freeing and that they end up having a new sense of, awareness because the Eight of Swords upright is feeling very trapped. So your communication is like freeing for people. So also, maybe when you're in disconnection with people, they may end up feeling like the Eight of Swords, like upright, okay? Like they may end up feeling very anxious, um, helpless, trapped. They may struggle with more negative thoughts and they may also victimize themselves for sure because when you do speak with people, um it's freeing. All right. Where misunderstandings occur. So, we have the star here, sign of Aquarius. I feel like misunderstandings occur um with the purpose or maybe the intention, you know, um, behind, what you're expressing or misunderstandings occur. Like, I feel like you and the person or the people who like receive you, they don't always maybe end up with the inner clarity that they're wanting. Also, when you communicate with others sometimes, right, and you have those matter of fact conversations, I think some people are unsure if there's really a renewal. So this reading is very much so giving me people that you're not in communication with or like when you are in disagreement. So misunderstandings occur because people are like, do we have hope? Is there a renewal or are we just having this conversation? Like, so it seems like that people end up being unclear about what the future looks like. And also another thing that can happen to collective is like you and a person can automatically be on a different page. You could be wanting to have a conversation for closure, right? Or for closing out the relationship. And they're thinking like, oh, we're having this conversation so we can reconnect, so we can have whatever relationship we used to have again. So I think there ends up being like, y'all end up being on different pages in that aspect or whatever. What truth needs to be expressed? So I really do feel like there is someone that you are disconnected from right now. And the truth that needs to be like expressed is that I'm being patient. I'm waiting for, the right time. And, I want there to be balance and harmony and healing in this, relationship. I want there to be peace amongst us. I don't want no beef. I want to be um in my bag, or like I want to be able to alchemize things. So it's like I want to be able to transmute energy. So like if something bad or negative happened between us, I want to make something out of nothing, and I want things to be good. All right. There also seems like there may need to be expressed that like I want us to, equally pour into one another. Okay. I want balance. I want harmony. Temperance card. Sign of Sagittarius. All right. So that's the truth that needs to be expressed, because you and whoever this is, y'all are not saying that to one another. All right. I really only wanted one card, but two came out and I felt like it was fitting because the energy here, especially because there's a lot of fire and air signs, fire signs, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, um, air signs, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, can be very like this. Like when it comes to communication, um, very blunt. But each of those, like those categories of signs, do have emotion, but it's like people mistake that all the time. And it's like, no, those signs do have emotion. So that's going to make sense why I'm saying that in a minute. So, as far as like improvements, right? How can I speak with clarity and confidence? So, how you can speak with clarity and confidence is by being direct, all right? Being honest, being fair, being objective, being logical, being able to accept constructive criticism, but being able to provide it as well. So, not just being overly critical of somebody, but providing that constructively. Having clear boundaries, all right? So, Queen of Swords. This is really head over heart. So this is Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. And keep in mind, even if you don't have any of these signs, this is the energy. All right. So you can speak with clarity and confidence by taking on the energy of the Queen of Swords. However, the Queen of Swords is very, again, cutting straight through to the bullshit. So collective, what you need to keep in mind too is emotions. All right. How can I speak with clarity and confidence is by, yes, using your intelligence, but you've got to have the emotional intelligence. You have to add that in there, all right? Because we have the Ten of Cups here. And the Ten of Cups is a very blissful, card. It's very happy. It's about being as happy as you can be emotionally. So, how can you speak with clarity and confidence? It's like you have to remember the love. You have to remember the happiness that this relationship used to provide you with. You have to remember love and support. You have to, not, I'm saying you have to, you're called to, you're being encouraged to, all right? Um, Remember that like people have feelings, including yourself. So it's like you have to keep in mind the person's emotional stability when you're talking with them. So yeah, you want to be Queen of Swords and be direct and honest and such, but also speak with love. How can you speak with clarity and confidence? By being direct but speaking with love. So instead of saying something like, I thought it was unsmart as shit when you made the decision to lie about me, lie on me, right? It's like, bring the emotion into it. All right. Not only did I feel like it was unsmart when you chose to lie about this situation, it also deeply hurt me because I value honesty. And I thought that I held you to a certain standard of being generally an honest person. And that fucked my world up when I found out that you weren't. Those are two completely different things, collective, okay? So I'm going to read these. These are just oracle cards. They may resonate, they may not. I really do feel like this spread is about somebody that like you're in disconnection with, but you take it how it resonates. You know how you communicate and you know your strengths and your limitations. So we have letters and name R, K, I, or J. R, K, I, or J. So that could be your first, middle, or last initial or somebody else's. Someone could have dark hair. All right. There could be a house or move, that has happened or is going to happen soon that may need to be communicated about. Maybe somebody is like upset that someone didn't tell them about, like, a house or move, or maybe that's something that somebody wants to come and, tell you about. Um, we have fun or party. So some of you may be reuniting with this person at like a party. It is, homecoming season. Right now it's Libra season. All right. But as far as the signs that are left for the rest of this westernized calendar year, we have Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, and Capricorn. All right. So keep in mind that, and we have, as far as like American traditional holidays, we have what? We have Halloween, um, Thanksgiving, Christmas Eve. Um, we have Hanukkah. So there are things coming, all right? And then we have luck. Luck. And I could see that there's luck here because there is a lot of positive energy in this spread. Like the Ten of Cups being here, the Temperance card being here, the Justice card, the Star. Like there's a lot of hope and renewal that is in this reading. So there's definitely luck, on your side, collective, if you're wanting to reconcile with somebody. But what I will say is remember how you communicate. All right, 11:11 on my clock. So that is what I have for you as far as the communication checkup. I actually really enjoyed this a lot. I hope that y'all do too. And I will see y'all next time. Bye.